Star Trek Lower Decks Review, Season 3, Episode 10. He got to do it.
I know. I cried tears of joy.
I know, so did he. I mean, if there's anything that, any way to get back into Shax's good graces, it's let him drop the warp core.
He gave me all I wanted.
Which,
All I want for Christmas is to eject the warp core.
the thing is, like, apparently AI has a terrible time adjusting to somebody chucking the warp core because the Texas class didn't.
They were in.
And neither did the Prodigy.
They were still in warp at the time.
Yeah.
They were still in warp at the time. And, it's really hard to maneuver while in warp.
Yeah. And
so they're kind of like on the highway and somebody throws a petrol canister at them.
But I was just going to make the connection with Prodigy and the Kobayashi Maru situation on the Protostar. It's like,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and I kind of knew that the Texas class was going to come back right now because I was kind of spoiled last week as I was looking up when I was doing the titles for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting last week's title, so I'm gonna grab that. Okay, right next to it is the title for episode 10, and it's like the episode's like the stars at night or something like that. Which, if you've ever spent any time in Texas, it's a song that any Texan would know.
See, I didn't.
Well, it's part of a song.
I bet you whoever came up with that came from Texas.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with this, this concept was a Texan. Or at least all their exes live in Texas.
That's why they hang their hat in Tennessee or California in this play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stars at night. That's what it is. The stars at night. Because I think that's the first line. Part of the first line. The stars at night are big and bright.
Oh God, I know that song.
I don't.
Yeah, I
and
knew
I
it would
think
trigger
I'm
you.
grateful
I just had to read off the lyrics.
Ugh.
I'm tone deaf, but I can read off the lyrics.
I thought I would escape that song.
Nope. That is burnt into your blood for the rest of your life.
I haven't. Well, not including my my layover there a couple years ago. I haven't been in Texas for 20 years, and still.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't. It's the song is deep in the heart of Texas, and like anybody who's lived in Texas for any amount of time, you start out the stars at night are big and bright. You'll get claps. They'll claps. The clap afterwards. It's part of the song. It's a.
Did you just say you get the clap at the end?
No, it'll clap. They'll clap afterwards.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the song. Listen to it for 5 seconds. You'll see what I mean. But like you can get people to clap on command if you're in the right atmosphere. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Damn it! Texas is coming back. The Texas class is coming back because that's."
And it's such an obscure one that nobody else would know.
Well, just the second most populous state in the country. And
I mean based off of the title.
Oh. Yeah, it's a slight spoiler. I mean, it just tells you that the Texas class is going to be involved again, which is not a weird thing to presume, but it's a thing that you can, uh, you know, you could easily guess that it was going to come back around, but like that just sort of confirmed it. Like as soon as they could
Yeah.
have put it off till next year, like they actually did with the brain. Like they brought it up, but they never handled what was going on with the brain or what was that was about. They just yeah, that was like they wrapped basically everything but the brain up in a nice tidy bow.
Although I gotta
Well,
say
they
it,
still mentioned that, oh, hey, we knew about the Breen.
Yeah, they knew about the brain, but they never told us what was going on. Could be a bigger scheme that we won't find out about until next year.
so I gotta say it. I called it. I knew those ships were gonna turn evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got, what was it?
Confirmation and who messed up the third. Fuck.
Yeah, well, and what was I gonna say?
I love
I
that.
need to look up a
I
name
love
of a
that
song
she's
for a second.
expecting some sort of evil plot, and it's like, oh no, Picard gave us the money because he really likes archaeology.
Yeah, it's like, it's not shady for something, for one.
You were expecting something shady?
Like-
Kinda. It's just, I was hoping for some sort of plot or something, because, like, this is fun and all, but, I mean, I kind of miss Starfleet, and I was looking for an excuse. You just got out of that hellhole. You're gonna try to get us killed, aren't you? Who knows? Maybe. God damn it, fine.
I was looking for a song. It's sort of a. There's a Jerry. I think it was Jerry Reed made a song. Legend of something. I think it's Mark Henry, but which is kind of the idea of sort of the man versus machine sort of competition, and it just reminded me of this Jerry Reed song. Where is it? Yeah. But yeah, it sort of this. They're both gonna do. They're both gonna try, and yeah, it cut corners and whatnot.
Yeah, he used, and we got some closure with Rutherford.
Yeah, we got that. John Henry. Yeah, it was Johnny Cash, and it was John Henry. No. Yeah, Legend of John Henry. Yeah, that's what it was. Legend of John Henry's Hammer, which that's a good song if you should. It's Johnny Cash, not Jerry Reed. Why I thought it was
I mean, I know who John Henry is. But wasn't he in, like, somewhere up north, not Texas?
No, I was just talking about it's the same sort of style of like when they set up the competition. you have the machine versus
Oh
the
yeah,
human.
no,
It's
I
that
know.
same sort of style of uh of you're not gonna replace me with automation. I can do better than the automation,
Yeah.
which they could, because the automation was crap. But yeah, and we get a callback to Badgie and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um,
Although it is kind of funny that he used his own AI thing for Badgie. That was kind of like you used your, the same programming for everything, bruh.
It's
Is that
like,
like your signature programming?
um, but yeah, I mean, it's not the whole when the chips first appeared, like my first thought on it was like, yes, you can use this, but it's probably best on things where it doesn't have to make uh diplomatic decisions.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't have to make decisions, it doesn't have to deliver anything, it doesn't have to do any, like, if you want to send it in, like, this sort of thing would be perfect on a science vessel that where the anomaly that it wants to study is fine for a
Dangerous.
ship but hard on the crew. You could put this
Yeah.
in there and you could just give it preloaded, here's what we want you to scan, send it in, let it do the scan, come back out. Or in a warship where you're all basically, it's doing basically exactly what it did at the first time we saw it. Okay, I'm getting an echo of my own voice.
I don't know how.
Or I got it for a second. But yeah, where the first time we saw it was, it was coming in to rescue the Cerritos. It's
Mhm.
okay. It needs to drive off the Breen. Okay, it doesn't have to make any moral decisions. Just kill the Breen until they leave. Like, that's a perfect job for that drone, is to kill them until they leave. And that's what he did. That's what it basically did, and that's perfect. It's a perfect job for it to be sort of a flexible, support. You know, here's a bunch of guns, on a ship,
Mm.
or attach it as an escort to a contingent of other ships, and if somebody opens fire, they can just say, Corpus Christi, go attack that thing.
Mhm.
You know, that'd be a pretty good one, because as long as it's generally being told, go do this, and it's a very simple command, it'll be much, and it doesn't have as many, doesn't have to worry so much about anything moral or anything complicated. It's just like, yeah, go kill that thing. Okay, here's how we kill. You can program it to kill very effectively, and just say, okay, when you tell it to kill, it will go kill. And that's what it does, and that's very good. It's a very good at that. But it can just remain as a, like, it's not a terrible idea. It's just, you need to be
It needs to
careful
be
about,
used for the right things.
yeah, and it needs to be not given that much sentience, that sapience that it was given with giving it all the way up to bad G level AI. Like, before they turned on complete autonomy, it was fine. Like, it was just, he pointed at something, kill that.
Mhm.
Okay, deliver this thing. Okay, like, it missed a thing with the scanning, but you know like if you didn't need to worry about scanning or anything like that, you just needed something to go deliver something. I need you to go take this, this load of resources to this place. You don't need to scan things. Everything's already there. There's just an outpost. Just deliver these. It's like, okay. Bloop. It would be very good at that. Or as an escort, or something where it doesn't have to make a decision, or you can take its decision making and tether it to a human or other Starfleet officer. You can actually tether it to somebody who can make those decisions, and they can just say, "Hey, go kill." It's like, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but it's not a great execution of the idea. Yeah. I imagine I also got to imagine like the Wikipedia, like the part of my brain is like when they did when all the California classes show up at the end. It was like I was like, okay, there is some Memory Alpha, which is basically the Star Trek wiki.
I know.
Yeah, for the benefit of the audience, but people who watch it, like that, it's like somebody who edits Memory Alpha. When they started listing off all the California class, she's like, I must update. We know every California class's name. We know how many there are.
Yeah. They're like pausing it and replaying that scene over and over again just to make sure it's like 1, 2, 3.
I know exactly how many there are. And if there's detailed enough shots, maybe I can figure out their NCC number. Yeah. And like maybe they can, but yeah. The NCC. Yeah, but I was thinking there's very few times where you get all of one class to show up at a point. The only time that's happened otherwise is, I guess, the Defiant, but that's because there was only one of them because it was a prototype, and eventually they made more of them. But like when Cisco first gets a hold of the Defiant, it's like, yeah, when that thing shows up, that is all of the Defiant class in one place. But yeah, and it's probably the clearest, like, which it has its benefits and its drawbacks. Like, once you establish all the California classes are here, you write yourself into there are no other California classes out there, and this is it. This is all of them. This is all of the California classes, so you can't make up there's a new one. It's this one. Well, I guess you could just say they made more of them, but it's like it never seemed to me like they were particularly enthralled with the design of the California. It did its job, like it does its job, but it's not like maybe you need more, but yeah.
Maybe it'll turn to at the most I can see them doing, like they did with the Enterprise and having like, oh, this is the Cerritos Sea or whatever.
Yeah, there could be a like we're actually going to make another run of them since since the Texas class turned out to be a bust. We're going to need more California classes to make up the slack. So we decided to make up some more. But like we already had, it was sort of basically like the Sao Paulo that became the Defiant, the second Defiant. It's like we were going to name this, don't know if they had a Sacramento or not. I'd have to look at Memory Alpha, which I'm sure by now
Yeah, they
has been.
did. I remember hearing Sacramento.
Yeah, just pick a city in California that they didn't already have on the list, and just like we was gonna be this,
And I know they had a
but
San Jose, San Diego.
yeah, just like whatever this like whatever they had, but like we were going to make this into this next city we was on the list, but like Cerritos actually does get blown up. Like everybody's, but it can't be an epic blowing up. Like it has to be something where like it's something really stupid as to why it blows up. Like it's nobody's fault. It's just really stupid. Like something really stupid happens. I don't know what it would be, but like
Somebody drops a cupcake in the warp core.
or
Why does it smell so good in here?
they, they take it to be refit on like, oh yeah, we're gonna upgrade the computing system and whatnot, but like this could all happen in an episode. They take it to get its computing. So free idea out there for lower decks writers, I suppose. Okay, they take it in for computer refits to upgrade the computers. That happens every once in a while. Not a weird thing to hear. It's like, yeah, since we're keeping the California on longer, we're gonna upgrade your computer systems a little bit so that we can extend the life of this thing. And so like they go and they put it in, and there's like one guy in there, and like the lower decks crew are on this, like they're on the surface of whatever place. Like there's, I don't know, wherever they're at the refit, like the station with the refit functionality, like they show up there, but like it's parked outside of it, and the guy's like punching in the final things, and then there's like a glitch, and it's like, oh, the self-destruct started. What? Oh shit, everybody get off. Like all the crew, all the lower decks crew are already off the ship, so it's just like a few computer guys redoing all the stuff. And like they're like, oh, we should probably use like, okay, station, we can't stop the self-destruct. Beam us out and throw the tractor beams in reverse and throw the Cerritos away from the station. And it's like, and they throw it off and it explodes, but they're not told anything about what's going on. And then they just see the Cerritos. Hey, the Cerritos is flying by. What's going on? Oh, it's exploding. What? And they're like, wait, well, my stuff was on there. Well, at least nobody was on there. Nobody was hurt. It's like, but like, we were making a new California class anyway, so we're just going to, instead of naming it what we were going to name, we're just going to name it the Cerritos B. Like, we've done enough crazy crap, we're just going to call it the Cerritos B. The captain that was supposed to have that command is probably not going to be too happy, but you'll have to wait
Yeah,
a
but
few
they
more
don't
months.
always they don't always have a captain before they have the ship.
Well, they might have already. Like, if it was close enough that they're just like, this is in one episode, like it explodes, and then they just like, oh, this one was about to be launched anyways. We'll just rename it Cerritos B instead of what we were going to name it. Just commission it like that. And then you've got the command structure of that whole ship is like, wait, what the hell? I'd been training on all the trainers for the California class. I'd got all my stuff straightened out. I was just about to take command, and then it's just like, no, that one exploded, so we're gonna give this one back to to the captain of the Cerritos because hers exploded because some idiot made a mistake in the refit. But it would just be enough. It would be enough of a, like, there'd be something going on the station, and then this would happen. It would explode. Then they would just give them the new one, and they would be right back where they were. So it's like, so yeah, it's identical to the original Cerritos. Yep, in pretty much every way, except for the refit stuff that they were going to do. Oh, and the freshener is instead of the air freshener is mint instead of pine. Oh, Hmm. So nothing has
I bet
changed.
you Kirk will be upset about that.
So nothing of any real value changed. No, it's everything's pretty much exactly as they were. We lost the stuff that was on board, but everything else
All
is
of
fine.
my files, all of my,
We literally
all of
back
my
those up all the
logs.
time. Come on, you haven't lost anything. But
Yeah, but you know that Boimler's gonna be like, my logs.
they were updated when we got to the station. They were logged and stored on at the station and transferred to the main memory. Like, we have backups. They're in the cloud. You could just re-download them. Yeah, but that'll take like 5 minutes. So annoying. But then you could also set up, like, the guy who was supposed to take over what became the Cerritos B will now become, that was supposed to be his ship. He's got a grudge against, like, it's not their fault, like, because it was some idiot who hit the wrong button, but like, he's got this grudge about the whole situation. He's pissed because he lost his
It's not
command.
fair. They get into all this trouble and they get all the good toys. Come on.
Yeah, it's like, I was supposed to get this command. It's like, we're making another one. Okay, we're ordering another one. That's going to be yours. That one will be named what yours was supposed to be. We'll put you on that one. It'll be like a month. It's already kind of beginning to do its stuff, so it's not that far off. We're stuck on the station for a whole month. Yeah, you're gonna be helping out on the station for a month, and then we'll put you on the ship.
You got shore leave, okay? Chill.
or or just like light duty just to help with the station, so you're not driving yourself crazy, not doing anything. It's like, just take this as an opportunity to learn some stuff, or or they embed them with the Cerritos B, like some of them to learn more, like, on the job, what a California class can do. It's like, you took my ship from me, I'm gonna learn. Yeah, or something like that. But yeah, I'm thinking that would be a funny way of doing it. But it's a stupid way of doing it, but it'd be funny. It would change nothing other than, like, they'd have to rename everything and you have to re-download all their files they backed up. It's like, this is gonna be annoying. Replicate new uniforms too, because I had all my uniforms on there except the one I was wearing. Like, everybody's just slightly annoyed. Like, it's terrible because it's their home, but, like, we're gonna put you into the Cerritos B. But yeah, it would have to be, if they did something that, it would have to be something really, really stupid. So let's see. Because it can't be as cool as what happened with the Enterprise. Oh, it didn't die in glorious battle. It didn't fall in glorious battle. It was some idiot who punched the wrong, put in the wrong code or something, and then it just ended up blowing up the ship. It's like, but
Nah, Badgie took over.
and they had to destroy it, and then they had to go back on.
Badgie took over the entire ship.
Yeah,
and was threatening to take over the entire space station too.
So they drive him off. They
had to self-destruct the ship in order to stop Badgie's insurrection.
Yeah, and they just said, "Hey, beam us out," and they just, like, droop, and they get them out of they get the lower decks 4 out of there, and then it just, or it tries to. Badgie tries like the first thing they do is like disable all the weapons so it can't fire on anything. Like they get in there and they start, disrupting the systems so that he can't actually do anything. And so like they knock it down to the point where he can't, even if he gets full control, he can't use the weapons or anything. But he did get root access to the self-destruct before they could stop him. So he starts starts trying to charge the station, but they just like turn and just like tractor, just hold it like one of those cartoons where there's a really short guy trying to attack a really tall guy, and he just like puts his palm on the guy's forehead, and he just like he keeps swinging it, and he just like he can't do anything. It's like he tries to do a suicide charge, and it just like and it just like, what's going on? I can't charge them. It's like, nope, you can't.
We took away your credit card.
It's like,
No charging.
yeah, we're just like tractor beam, reverse tractor beam. It's like tractor beam repulsors. Just like you're gonna stay over there. It's like, well, I can't do that. I'll explode. Okay. I will. Okay. Boop. Self-destruct in 10 seconds. Oh, he's actually doing it. Well,
Oh well.
we need to get rid of him anyway. Just make sure he doesn't jump from that ship to the outpost. Just cut off all communications with it. Block all communications. Blocking all communications now. Yep. All right. What? I can't get off. And I can't stop the self-destruct.
That sounds like a personal problem.
You can't destroy this. I can't stop the self-destruct. And it's just like, oh, we're gonna make you the Cerritos B. Like, you could have the captain with a grudge to make an interesting storyline, or you could just say, well, we hadn't really decided on a crew yet for it, so we'll just call it the Cerritos B, and we'll just put you on it. So it's exactly like the old Cerritos. Yeah, pretty much. It's just new.
And then you have like Boimler. Oh, but this beds are in the wrong place, or something stupid like that.
Yeah, he would be the really nerdy nitpicky. It's like,
Oh my
the
god,
nacelles are a slightly different color gray.
this okay, no. These rivets are 3 centimeters too far apart.
Yeah, it would be something really nitpicky. It's like, oh, the nacelles are a slightly different shade. Or, the deflector has a slightly different hum. I can't get used to this new hum. That would be the kind of thing you would be like, I can't get used to the new hum. Like, it's just, it's wrong. Like, it's not the Cerritos. It's not like the old Cerritos. That one was at this pitch. This one is like 2 hertz higher. It's like, it's just ruining my experience that it's 2 hertz higher than what it was.
At this decibel, it really hurts.
But yeah, it would be something like that. But yeah, it's getting back to the episode at large, I suppose. Yeah, we're just like they wrapped up the better part of Rutherford's stuff for the season.
They brought back
And like tied up that whole, plot line with the archaeologist, because it's like, okay, I tried it, not really my thing. Mommy, can I come home?
Yeah. Well, and we got some character development with Mariner a little bit. Like she's really gung ho about things right now, and it's like, yeah, if she goes back to the way she was, that's not that shocking. But if she like does something a little more gung ho, a little more towards the officerly thing, like that's also not too shocking.
Yeah.
Like they've opened the
But
door to
she
her
definitely
doing.
doesn't want to become an officer because,
Well,
like,
she already is an
hey,
officer.
maybe we can get you to be captain. Get you into the officer. No,
Yeah, not just yet. Not just yet. Like,
but I'll be happy to train with Ransom.
Oh.
I'm not sure whether she kind of like likes him, like, respects him and that, or if she's just like wants to torment him at this
I think
point.
it's a
It's a
familiar.
little of both.
It's a. I think it's a familiar sort of. She knows she torments Ransom, so she's like, I miss tormenting him. He's funny. It's not like which again another like what I said last week. The conversation with Jen is going to be interesting.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
it's gonna be short lived, but I think it'll be interesting. It would be, I don't think it'll be a problem. I think it'll be it'll be a quick, because
yeah,
Mariner is
because
like,
I mean,
she doesn't hold grudges that
no,
like
I mean
like
with
that.
like what happened with Boimler.
Yeah,
Boimler's like, listen, I'm so sorry. We should have trusted you, and she's like, nah, you had reason.
yeah,
Like,
like
it,
I did everything to show you why
it
you
was valid.
shouldn't.
It was a valid suspicion.
Yeah, it's
I
like
felt hurt that you didn't believe me, but
I can't
get why
really
you didn't.
blame you. I can't really blame you.
It's like it hurt my feelings that you didn't believe me, but I can't blame you. So
Yeah, I
okay, I
kind of
forgive
set
you.
that up. I kind of set that up. I kind of set myself up with that one. Kind of, kind of my own actions biting me in the ass. So yeah, like I didn't do a wrong thing this time, but that's this time. You know?
Exactly.
It's like, I have done shit in the past that this would make perfect sense for me to do, so I can't really blame you. But yeah, I imagine that's a quick resolution and some some personal time together.
Just kiss and make up.
Yeah, some personal time to bury the hatchet.
Or something else.
But yeah, that's probably this is firmly gone to status quo as God at the end of the season, and they're like, let's just reset everything, and they basically did. Like everything, like the Cerritos is in good shape again. They were showing them loading a new warp core. It was everything was pretty much. Everybody's back on the Cerritos. Everybody's basically back the way things were, so they can basically do whatever they want from there.
So can I drop the warp core again?
No, we don't have a reason to. Yeah.
And that is the perfect apology right there.
It's
like, no, Shaq. Wait, hold on. Shut up, everybody. Shax, what did you say? I want to drop the warp core. He says that every time though. Yeah, but this time it makes sense. Wait, what? wait, what? Yeah, think about it. If we drop the warp core in their path while we're going in warp, they can't swerve to avoid it. It's gonna be like the shell when playing Mario Kart,
Yeah.
Of
Except
course
instead of having the person
that era, it's just Mario Kart, 238.
Yeah, but except
they still
hitting the
have
person
Mario
in front
Kart,
hits the person behind.
But yeah, it's like this is a longer review because of stupid things I was coming up with off the top of my head for fun. But Like it's mostly they buttoned everything up nice and neat. Um, again, Rutherford that one was straightened out. We got Mariner's stuff straightened out. Oh, and we got the lower decks from the Vulcan ship at the end
Oh
there.
yeah,
And
we got a new girl for next season.
yep, somebody to be Tendy's friend. Though it seems like it's going to be one of those, you know, Tindy is the eager golden retriever. I want to be friends with everybody sort of personality, and she's going to be like, I don't hate you. No, I just don't particularly care. It's like,
Yeah, but she was the one. She was the one who was really overly emotional
oh yes,
for a Vulcan.
yeah, but still a Vulcan. It's like I don't really care. It's like
Yeah.
I don't hate you. No, like it seems like there would be some misunderstandings. Like she may have dealt with Vulcans before, but she might be a little even colder because she was told you're being too emotional. So she tries to be even sort of colder and more emotional than a usual Vulcan. And so it comes off really cold, and Tindy is such a cinnamon roll that she doesn't.
Puppy.
Yeah, she's just a puppy. She's just a cinnamon roll puppy. She's just too sweet. Like it's like she just doesn't get it. But
Tendi
yeah,
really is the penultimate cinnamon roll.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's just too sweet. But like yeah, she's too sweet, too friendly. Like it'll be weird.
Tendi and Osgood are like the exact same.
but
Absolute cinnamon rolls who like try to see the best in everything.
yeah, it's like let's look for the silver lining in this horrible situation.
Hey, look, there it is right there. It's gone.
Yeah, which is great right up until the point that the cinnamon roll loses it, and then it's serious when they lose it, and it's like when they start saying a string of expletives, it's just like, oh, we are in deep shit if they're
Mhm.
if they're losing their sweetness and their cool, we are in deep shit. But yeah. Anything else we've got?
Let me think.
I do want to
got
see
nothing.
more. I do want to see more Texas Glass, but like when they don't put a rogue
Less
AI
evil?
in there.
But you only want to see more Texas class because you're Texan.
Oh, it's fine. Just don't make it autonomous.
Yeah, it's like they were
Autonomous.
fine. It was just
Whatever.
like there was nothing wrong with them physically. It was just the programming that was shit because he got lazy and cut corners and didn't
Well,
bother.
he needed to have his name on something.
Yeah, like he got to like
Because being an
3-pip
admiral,
Yeah, I don't remember what that
my
is. It's three. Yeah, it was a
being an
3-pip
admiral is boring.
But yeah,
Apparently.
but
Well, I mean, I can believe that. I mean, think about Picard. How many times did Picard go from admiralty to I'm back in the saddle, boys?
that was more Kirk, wasn't it?
Kirk too,
Did
but
Picard
Picard
ever
as well.
Okay.
Like every spin-off, every movie out there,
But
he had gone to admiral and then just like, screw you guys, I want it back. I want in. You son
yeah.
of a bitch. It's like we need to we need to do this. Son of a bitch, I'm in.
But yeah, it was yeah. What else was this? Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Just next season's gonna be back to status quo, and more wacky hijinks will be set up, and more wacky hijinks will be had. And I can't think of anything. What else did they? Was there anything else? They resolved the Texas class. They resolved Rutherford's thing. They resolved the archaeologist. The only thing that's that might hang on is I don't think we ever got rid of Bold Boimler, but it just sort of faded into the background, or it wasn't.
Honestly, that's what happens when people try to change, though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not.
Kind of like your New Year's resolution thing, where this year I'm gonna do this, and then by February you're back to status quo.
Yeah, if something disrupts it, and you got an excuse for not doing it one day. Oh, I got a cold. Okay, I won't do it today because I got a cold, and then you just never go back to it.
Yeah, it just fades into obscurity. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not. This is not the time to do that, and then it just never is the time to do that again.
Yeah, but they could they could bring it back anytime they wanted, because he never. I don't think he ever said
He
"I'm
never
not gonna
gave
be-"
it up, so
But
it could be just a plot device at this point, where it's like, but I'm Bold Boimler. I mean, also, I think what kicked him in the teeth is his his clone was
Yeah.
bold, and and no, it didn't do shit for him. He died,
Yeah.
supposedly. I mean, we all know he didn't, but supposedly he died. So it's like,
if you believe official records, but
Hey,
Yeah.
official records are official. Official records would not lie.
you've never heard of Section 31.
Yeah. But yeah, that might have taken his Bold Boimler down a notch, or it might end up cranking it up a notch. He really didn't have much of a him standing up for Shax was a bit of Bold Boimler. It was a measured amount of Bold Boimler, because it wasn't a high stakes for him, in terms of as long as they escape, it's not a him standing up for him isn't a that's, he's not making a bad decision. He's just this is
Yeah, he's tempering it with reason.
yeah.
He's like, well, I need to be bold, but at the same time, I need to be reasonable.
Yeah. He might just do that, and just that might be an evolution of Bold Boimler, is to do it that way. But yeah, I don't know. It's that can bring that back, but I think most all the storylines have been sort of resolved in a way that they can basically do whatever they want. If they want to go back to the Breen, they can do that. All that sort of thing. But they want to bring back, they want to have a breakout at the malicious AI facility. They can bring back Peanut
Hamper and
Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah. I mean, I forget his name at the moment. Magnus.
Yeah, whatever it was Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, let's just say, let's bring back Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Bring back Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah. But yeah, that's as much as I can think of. I think we've milked the season for as much as we can. It's a good season. I can't say anything I'm too disappointed in. It was what I expected. I got what I expected, what I wanted. Funny Star Trek hijinks.
Yeah.
Funny Star Trek hijinks.
You got to drop the warp core.
Yes. His life has been made.
Yeah.
Although the mocking is kind of to be expected. It's like, as soon as you start mocking somebody and of your own volition,
Yeah.
they're going to walk through the door.
Almost
It's
definitely.
Murphy's Law.
That's why you always face the door before you start mocking somebody.
You always face the door while you're mocking somebody.
Yeah, that way the door opens, you're like, "What?"
Exactly.
I didn't say anything. No, it's
Exactly.
like, your comms are on, right? It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Make sure everybody's comms are off. Make sure yeah.
What I was thinking though was they should have, we have them on cell phones now where you can just start recording a conversation. So they should be able to just record that shit when he was going completely mad scientist with I want my legacy and all that shit. It's like, dude, we got you on tape, bruh.
Yeah, I would imagine by that point, like, if it's a public office, like, it's probably recorded. Like, they're not going to record, like, the bathrooms or people's personal quarters or anything like that. But, like, if it's a public hallway or a public office, like his office, like, it's probably being recorded just so that there's no excuse for harassment claims or bribery claims. It's like, no.
Exactly.
It's like, no, we know we know everything you said in your own office. But you may have to file a form and get approval to go through those things, but the records exist. But
yeah, like they should have a recording of that, like his dumbass saying it, but then they killed him, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, they killed him also. That sort of cleaned up all the messiness. Unless Buenamiga had a son who was about to go on to the next California class.
My name is Indigo Buenamigo. You killed my father.
Prepare to die.
I have never actually seen that movie. I only know it.
It's wonderful.
It's a shit movie to me. Like
You haven't seen it, but it's a shit movie?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Oh,
I couldn't sit
on.
through the entire movie.
It's
I could
cute.
not sit through the entire movie. It was like just not interesting to me.
Whatever.
But hey, you like it,
Yeah,
you like it.
I know. I'm just being facetious.
I know I'm in the minority with that opinion.
Yes. Being over the top, rather.
I know.
Anyway.
You're being so Texan.
Thanks for watching this non-stream, everybody.
All right.